You know the name Marvista Entertainment. For those of you who've been following this channel for a long enough period of time now, I've covered their work for the last couple of years. Maybe for some of you, this video is serving as a first introduction to their name. TV film fare, that's basically what they're known for, and it's been a little while since I've covered some of their work, and I figured we're due to check out some of their newer releases. They've had a couple that have been building up for a little while now, so I figured I'd make my way through. And today we're looking at Killer Anonymous, which certainly sounds like a mainstay to them. Again, like I said, for some of you, you're not going to, this is going to be a first introduction, I'm sure. So TV film fare, think like Lifetime, Real One Entertainment, in some measures Hallmark adjacent. That's the type of territory that Marvista tends to work in with minimal exception. And they cover a pretty broad range of genres. They've done a lot of stuff within the holiday fare scene, so for like Thanksgiving, especially Christmas, they do seasonal releases like that. They've done romance movies, some rom-com films, but they're primarily known, at least on my channel, for the most part, for their thriller endeavors, which I'm a thriller guy, and there are some TV films that I've seen that have charmed me, you know, in the thriller territory, including some of theirs that I've watched, not on broadcast television. Most of their films, at least what I've seen, tend to go on different streaming networks, including Tubi. Tubi actually carries a wide variety of them, and Netflix has some occasionally as well. Depends on where you look, but there's a sporadic helping across different services you can watch their film fare on. But we also know them for another reason on this channel. Maybe, again, like I've said, those of you who've been on here a little more active for a bit longer, you're aware of what I mean, and that this is the film studio that, well, apparently they're not the only one, as I recently found out with my terrorized teen. Real One Entertainment does this as well. You watch these trailers, and granted that they're released late, which is still kind of weird, like why wouldn't you debut your trailers on your main channel in advance of the TV broadcast of your film? It's something that still makes minimal sense to me. But you have trailers that, in about 3 minutes or a little shorter than that, spoil everything. And of course, you know, most trailers give you the setting, the plot, the characters, at least as much as you need to know. I'd say rather than plot, premise. These trailers go a step further. They give you the twists, especially if we're talking about a thriller. They'll give you the whodunit, what happened, you know, the entire mystery, and the resolution. They give you everything in about a 3-minute window, which is weird for like an on average 90-minute movie. You're like, well, wouldn't you want to use the 3 minutes you have as a tease rather than providing a condensed version of the movie? That's been a mainstay with them for a long time now. I keep waiting for them to change their formula, and it seems like they haven't. So let's see if Killer Ambition perhaps is different. I doubt it will be, but at least, you know, I'll humor it. Maybe for those of you, you know, again, this is the first introduction, you're also not aware, or maybe some of you who follow this channel, you're not aware of what Killer Anonymous is. It is a new film from them that debuted, as I understand, again, the IMDb page sometime this year. This is what it says for the official pitch. Sylvia is an ambitious businesswoman and the owner of a successful jewelry company. However, strange things begin to happen to her when she joins a secret society for female entrepreneurs. Okay, this sort of secret society element, we've seen that before in other types of films from Marvista. I'm thinking some of the stuff that's epicentered around fraternities or sorority clubs on colleges, let's say, for example. There's been some stuff along those lines where it's like, oh, you know, you got the general company environment where somebody there, you know, poses a threat. And for poor Sylvia, you know, in fact, wasn't there a project they did a while back, like it was something to do with business. It might not have been jewelry. I think Lethal Love Letter was along those lines. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look. I mean, there's some points to this where you read the synopsis and you're like, well, this is familiar for you. Let's see if there's any change, including in the formula of the marketing. I doubt it, but I'll try. Either way, I'm sure it'll be funny. If it's the case, I'm thinking it will go down.
He's gorgeous.
You've always been so talented.
Now your designs are sold nationwide.
Some days it still feels unreal.
And hey, TV films are still charming.
Design specifications?
Wanted to make sure that.
But everybody knows they're not like, you know, Oscar winners.
Exactly what you need.
Everyone loves diamonds.
Your article comes out in the newspaper tomorrow. Are you nervous?
A little.
This is a lovely spread in the society section.
Special delivery.
I got invited to join the Females in Leadership Society. It's a group of highly successful.
Hey, you picked a pretty setting.
Group that praise and
Most of the budget probably went to that house.
I'd like to introduce Sylvia Stafford, owner of Lush Designs.
Of course.
Rent it for a couple days.
Recognize a Lush design anywhere.
Wow. It looks so familiar.
This is actually by someone else. They're so new, I don't even remember the name.
Interesting business ventures you're involved in.
I don't know what you're talking about. Stop wasting my time.
I believe you're a perfect fit for the FIL. We'll announce you formally on the yacht excursion this weekend.
The yacht excursion?
Is there a problem?
No.
Way to make this. Way to make the elite setup.
Why are you here?
I'm sorry, Sylvia. I read the article. I just wanted to talk.
After your mom died, you were convinced he had something to do with it.
It was an accident.
Do you really believe that?
Hello?
Threatening phone call.
I kept getting anonymous calls.
Typical.
No one there.
You need to be careful now that you're in the public eye.
Who sources your jewels?
Jesse Reynolds. Do you know him?
Be careful that his troubles don't become your troubles.
You abandoned me over a decade ago.
Yeah, well, I got lots of regrets.
I need to know the truth about Mom.
Truth can be a tricky thing, Sylvia. It's not always easy to hear.
That won't give her any comfort,
Sylvia!
Uh-oh, here we go.
This is about you.
Couldn't see that coming.
You wouldn't be anything without me.
I mean, some promising performances, but yet again, here we go. Nothing's different. Nothing ever changes with this company. It is so funny to me. I'm thinking that probably most of the budget went to... And it's TV film fare, so they're limited, I'm sure, the number of resources they can pull into these types of movies. But it's not like going to be a big studio release other than the Marvista branding, even though TV film fare is their thing. Most of it probably went to the setup of this elite sorority, and even the business side, the jewelry. I mean, while the setting, I think, is, it's a great choice for the what do they call it? The Society for Female Entrepreneurs. Even that's an elite name. But the yacht excursion, I mean, could you be any more obvious? And I think the performances are fine. Have I seen her dad, or the actor playing her dad before? Like, he's got a really familiar face to me, and I don't know why. Sean Kanan, or Kanan, I'm not exactly sure. He's been in... Oh! Mike Barnes from the Karate Kid movies. That's a throwback. Even if I'm looking at these trailers, I'm like, well, you're doing yourself a disservice spoiling everything in advance. There's been times I've covered their past releases, and I've been like, hey, it's actually not a bad movie. For example, Fatal Beauty. I mean, they've got some clunkers. The Neighborhood Nightmare always comes to mind. You ever seen that one? That's on Tubi. It's an interesting one. Anywho, I mean, good setup. I love a good home invasion movie, but shoddy delivery. Although Trevor Donovan was like, that was my main takeaway from that movie. If you've never seen it, it's like, well, the rest of this movie's got like hot garbage, but who's this Trevor Donovan guy? Like, he deserves far better work. Anywho, I'd like to see him in more Vista movies, maybe better ones. He is leading man material. He would have probably been good here, even though, again, the idea with this movie is there's suspicion around every corner. Who's the conflict in her world? Oh, it's her dad. I would have liked to find that out in the midst of the movie, not the trailer. I keep specifying this over and over and over, and yet Marvista does not change their ways. It's funny. It really is. Like, no other major company, or if they do, it's a mistake, right? And we brand it as such. But this is such, if you're not familiar with Marvista, this is such a routine thing for them, where every time they put out a trailer, and again, it's weird that you upload these late, but every single time, all the plot details are given away. Every single time. Makes no sense. It's comedy, at least. One of your guys' thoughts, though, with Killer Anonymous. I still like, Killer Ambition. The name is good. I think the realization of the setting is fine. It's probably going to be like, I'd say TV movie grade script, but maybe it'll be fun. I mean, what's the official rating on it, at least as far as IMDb is concerned? 4.2 out of 10 out of 147 reviews. Okay, so it's not that substantial, but maybe, again, I've liked some of their movies, so I could be, I could have a different opinion. And apparently it did air as part of, or I guess you can watch it right now on Lifetime Movie Club. See the Lifetime adjacency? Let me know what your thoughts are down below on Killer Ambition. I mean, again, I like the idea. I think the realization of the setting is fine for the Society for Female Entrepreneurs, or Secret Society, that's funny. Some parts appear kind of conventional with the materialization of the plot. A bit traditionalist. And while I like seeing Sean Kanan here, I didn't need to know the role he was playing, so I'll try to go into a fresh perspective and forget about that. If I see this movie, where else is it going to be on? Because I don't have Lifetime. Well, maybe they'll put it on Tubi eventually. You can rent it through Prime Video if you so wish. It's funny to talk about this for Mar Vista, isn't it? I mean, it's been a little bit of a while since I've covered their movies, but, I mean, hey, it's a good moment to laugh, because they do, it's weird as it is, they never change their methods. And, like, with Real One Entertainment, as I talked about recently with Terrorized Teen, there's other studios following suit, oddly. Killer Ambition might be fun. It's just sad to kind of see that the marketing hampers, I'm sure, some interest in it. Because people are going to probably watch this instead and be like, why do I need to watch the movie? Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.